the whole world just came to a standstill.
Everyone who lived through the blizzard of 1978 has a story about the biggest snowstorm ever to hit central Indiana.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
But reuniting 30 years later, Dr. Charles Thomas and Bonnie Hopkins have much more than a story. They have the bond of life as a reminder.
It was so unreal. I just couldn't believe it was really happening.
Bonnie's disbelief went beyond the blizzard. She was in labor during a storm that crippled almost every form of transportation. Her husband placed a frantic call to the Red Cross. It sent an ambulance to her house.
And the ambulance got stuck in the snow.
Next, they tried the National Guard.
And the Army half-track couldn't get there either.
Shortly after 2 a.m., Dr. Thomas got the call.
We have a guy that has a snowmobile, and if he comes to your house with a snowmobile, will you go over and deliver the baby? And I said, well, of course.
Braving whiteout conditions, single-digit temperatures, sub-zero wind chills, they raced on the snowmobile to Bonnie's southeast side home.
The guy driving the snowmobile was doing at least 65 miles an hour, and then the lights went out on the snowmobile, and you couldn't see anything. And so I was sitting back there praying.
Prayers were answered that night. He and Bonnie defied nature to deliver her third child, a son named Ray. We tried to interview Ray for this story, but he said he was a little busy, and after 30 years, he's heard the story more than a few times.
When he was a little kid, it was like, oh no, here we go again. Now that he is 30, he's beginning to relax about it, and he says, that's fine, it's a neat story.
Neat doesn't seem to fit a story this amazing, or a storm as big as the blizzard of '78. If Dr. Thomas's name rings a bell with you, yes, he is the owner of Chateau Thomas Winery here in central Indiana, a business he began a few years after the blizzard. As a token to Ray's 30th birthday, Dr. Thomas gave one of his favorite delivering mothers a bottle of what else? Ice wine. Sean Ash, 24 Hour News 8.